Hey everyone, it's your girl Kareen and I'm back for another video. Today's video, we're gonna be talking about what men really think about our locks, ladies. If you'd like to hear it from a man's perspective, stay tuned for the video. All right, welcome back to the channel, y'all. First of all, I want to say thank you so much to all of my new subscribers. Thank you and welcome to the family. I am Kareen and I'm so excited to have you. This channel is filled with so many things that I enjoy, i.e. natural hair, locks, beauty, fashion, lifestyle. This is the heart of this channel and I'm so glad to have you. And to all my OGs, you know what it is, girl. Welcome back. All right, so today, as you can see, I have a very special guest. This is my husband, Gino, and most of you have seen him before on my mommy makeover videos, but I wanted to bring him back today because I wanted to talk about a specific topic, which includes from a male's perspective. So I wanted to share with you all what men really think about locks. Well, basically what my husband thinks about my locks. So let's get started. All right, guys, so I have been locked. This month will be 4 years. Can you believe it has been 4 years? Let me give y'all a little length check, girl. Yeah. Yes, girl. Give a little length check there. They're coming along beautifully. I am in desperate need of a retwist and a wash right now, but we're going to talk about that in another video, okay? This is not the video for that. But I wanted to talk about what men think about locks because I have been locked for 4 years and I never really thought I would actually have locks. Like, this was a part of my journey where I felt as though I had been loose natural for 7 years. And I felt like I had completed all of the styles that I wanted. I mean, I mastered the twist out. I mastered the braid out. I mastered the roll, tuck, and pin. I mean, you name it, I had mastered those styles. And I just felt like locks were the next thing for me. So, Gino, when I first told you that I was getting ready to lock my hair, like, honestly, what were your thoughts?
I didn't care. Those are my honest thoughts. How y'all doing? My name is Gino. She already said that, but it really didn't bother me. One thing that I was accustomed to with her already was transitioning hairstyles, and she had been doing that for many years. She would change up like every 2 weeks, it'd be a different style. So I was kind of already groomed. Okay, she groomed me into adjusting to hairstyles and new styles and things of that nature. So the lock piece wasn't difficult to adjust to. The difference is once they start the journey, adjusting to the transitions from wherever it's natural, or if they're gonna go with a, like with a faux type of thing temporarily, and grow out into the lock piece. So it's different, but that's the only thing I would say. The actual acceptance of it wasn't as difficult as the transitions while in the process. And that's where a lot of men fall off the welcome wagon. They fall off that wagon, they see the transition don't look what they, they kind of how they was wanting something to look or whatever that be. But I'm into creativity, I'm into new looks. I love that. I love how she keeps changing and ever changing. And then in the process, she keeps them keep her hair locked, like loctician. She stay on fleek with her. And I think a lot of people have a bad misconception. So I think the initial acceptance of locks come from a bad misconception of how they look. They think about Bob Marley and Rasta and all that. That's a look. That's a look. Yeah. That's something to go for.
It's a vibe.
Yeah, it's a vibe people go for, but that wasn't her thing. And so she educated me very well prior.
Now, what was your misconceptions of locks before I educated you on locks? And so what did you think about locks?
Honestly, I was more terminology. I'm a definitions guy and I fail at it, and I'm good at it sometimes. I fail at it a lot too. So dreadlocks, she had to correct me on the history and the phraseology of dreadlocks. They are locks, and why are they locks? That's what I'm gonna ask. Okay, so why are they locks? Why aren't they dread? And she gave me the history, the backstory, and that kind of brought me into a more peace about the acceptance of this new transition. She educated me very well. And so I really was able to understand that a lot better, that whole journey. So they're not dreadlocks. They're not dreadful. They're beautifully done when our generation now grooms them a lot more. But even then, You know, they had to do what they had to do, and it wasn't a horrible style. It was just something that we've turned into a fashionable thing, very fashionable.
So did you think that they were like, before I transitioned to my lock journey, did you think that they were dirty or nasty or unkept or unprofessional?
Right. I've seen them dirty and nasty and unkept. I've seen them that way, but I did not put that as a blanket to say that all locks are dirty, nasty, and unkept.
Okay.
So I've seen them both with my best friend Kevin. Same with her. They like it. I don't know if they're in competition or what they're doing, because their locks they keep them wrapped tight, and they look great.
Thank you.
So that's all I've seen, but I've seen the other way too.
Now let's talk about it, because you mentioned something earlier about the transition. So you know that I started off with 7 years of loose natural hair. So it took my hair, and it's still taking my hair, about 4 years to lock. Can you tell them what you thought about my process, like my baby locks and how they were frizzy and sticking up everywhere? Like, tell them how you honestly felt about the process. So for those that are thinking about having locks or transitioning to locks, or those that are in a relationship or in a marriage and considering locks and want to have that conversation with their spouse or their significant other, what was that transition like for you, honestly, to see my hair transition and transform the way that it did?
I didn't feel it wasn't a bad thing for me. I like the confidence about it, because when you exuded confidence in the transition, and that made me more confident. You weren't like falling apart or breaking down, or like I'm going back, you know, to creamy crack, you know, going back to it. It was more of this is a part of the journey. And when you bring people into that experience like that, like, yo, this is nothing unfamiliar. This is very common for this thing. It's a part of the journey. When you bring the husband into that, in that way, it builds more confidence for us too. So I didn't feel some kind of way about it. I knew it was a transition and it looked different, but you educated me well, told me it's part of the process, and I knew that. And it was some of the things that just made me more settled.
Now, were there days where you looked at my hair and you was like, oh, sweet Lord Jesus, what is going on here?
Yes.
Okay.
But it's all good, because part of the process, not forever. You know what I mean? Because if you go to that point and it's like, if you're going to turn back now, and then people go through that, I can't take it, it's not for me, and they go back. But you have to, in order to get this, you got to go through that. Yeah, you got to go through that to get this. So people don't realize that, and she stuck through and went through it. So.
Well, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have not already done so, please make sure that you hit that subscribe button and subscribe to this channel, because I put out a video at least once a week. Thank you all so much for joining us for this session of what men really think about locks. And if you've enjoyed this video, please let me know down in the comments, and let me know by hitting that like button. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I love you for watching. Bye.